how to install a scaffold shelf, Sam G. Are you with me?
I'm with you.
So we've been out, we bought ourselves 2 times 13-foot scaffold boards.
Big ones.
Right, I'm going to take the strapping off nicely, off one end. I'm going to have to take them off both ends actually, because I'm going to stain this up. I'm going to take the strapping off both ends, and I'm going to cut 2 shelves in between them cupboards. Right, one at the top, one down the bottom. We're going to cut them to size, we're going to stain them black, we're going to put our brackets back on, here, the end strapping, and then we've got metal brackets which we're going to put on, and they're going to rest in there, with some nice basil leaves hanging off them, and cheap though, isn't it? Yeah. So let me show you, show you there, look, I've got that.
These are the big ones as well. They didn't even fit in the van.
13 foot in it. So what we're going to have, these cost £5 a piece, and the scaffold board was 15 quid. So 25 quid for a shelf, and that sits underneath like that. That bit hits the wall, and then the scaffold board sits on top of there. Nice rustic look, with that stained a black colour, ebony, but we won't go solid black, we'll just go give it like, what, 1 coat, 2 coats maybe?
Yeah, so it's a little bit.
And then we get our sander, and then we'll sand that off a little bit to make it look a little bit rustic. But there you go, there's a brand new scaffold board. Throughout this video, we're going to show you how to make it look rustic and make it fit into them cupboards beautifully.
Let's
roll. Ready?
Let's rock and roll.
Rock and roll. Straps are off. Board is cut. 1983.
1 and 2.
1983. So I took the strapping off both ends of this. I've still got to take that one off. What I'm going to do now, because they're going to go back on afterwards, once we've stained it all the way around. Because if you leave it on and you can't really get around the side of the stain, not that you're going to see it, but you may as well do it properly. Right, now what we've got to do, if you have a look at that timber, it's rough.
It is rough.
It's rough, yeah, it's just a bit sawn timber. So what we're going to do, we're going to use our sander. We cut that with a chop saw, but you can use a hand saw.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter, just get your mark there, draw your pencil line, mark a straight line, cut it. And then with a sander, we're going to get all the edges done, right? Good sand down. We'll do this little bit and I'll show you. What I'm doing, I'm going to round off the edges a little bit, look. Look, I'm going to go probably another 15 minutes on this, but if you have a look at that, that's a straight edge there. See a little bit flaky and stuff? And then look, just by that small little bit there,
round it off.
Just round it off. So I'm going to go around the whole of them 2 balls now and get them done, alright?
I'm going to find the stain.
Good.
We are on the second shelf now. Rounding it back. Making a mess. All that everywhere. There we go. Right.
Yes. The shelves are sanded. They are ready to be stained. I've got my stain open there. Look, nice bit of ebony, wrong seal. I said, Sam, go and get me a brush.
That's nice.
He's given me that one and that one. So there's me 2 brushes.
Yeah, look, we ain't painters, mate. That's all we got.
We should have brushes.
Well, that's all we got.
I'm going to make do with what I've got. I'm going to pour some of that on there.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to do. But that's not the same.
Yeah, but
what we're going to do, we're going to give it a coat of stain, right? And then what we're going to do, while we're letting it dry, Sam, we're going to start moving on
to put in the brackets up.
Put in the brackets up. Get a nice coat of stain on that. Probably only give this 1 coat.
Yeah,
I don't want it.
It's quite dark.
Yeah, it's dark, and then I might run a sander over it again anyway.
Yeah, to give it a bit of a rustic look.
Bit of a rustic look. I don't want it solid up there.
Alright, we'll come back to you when we've done this bit.
Christy. Right, so we're going to put the brackets on the wall. So I've done one side, and then Sam says, you should do this on camera.
So we can see, because I didn't know about this little masking trick.
Right, there you go, look. If I put that there, what it does, it stops your drill bit from slipping,
out on the tile.
So the way I'm marking these up, I'm following the grout line for the height. So my bracket, the bottom of that bracket is going to sit the bottom of that grout line there, in line with that tile, right?
Yeah.
On both sides. And I've measured in 250 from there, 250 from there. So I'm right, so if we do that again there, so it'd be 250 there. Right, I can just see my mark underneath that anyway. So I've just marked it already. If I line that up, draw it down slightly. And then what I'm doing now, to make sure I'm straight, I know my tiles are straight, I'm running that, my eye, down the line of that, to the line of that tile. So I know that bracket's in straight, because I know my tiles are straight, right?
And give that a little pokey poke.
Give that a mark. There's your lines. You can get, you know, there's loads of little tricks you can do with this, but you know when you're a professional tradesman, not that we are, but you know when you're a professional trade, you just tend to get busy, don't you, and just do it.
Yeah.
But there's loads, like you could do this, right?
To catch the dust.
To catch the dust.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah, it works, but...
Nothing a Hoover can't sort out.
And you know, tell me one tradesman that does that.
Yeah.
You don't, didn't you? All right. This is too big, so what I'm doing, I'm only using this tile bit, it's the only bit we've got, just to go through the ceramic of the tile, and then I've got my drill bit over there to carry on through. Behind that is plasterboard and plyboard, because we plied it first, so we can screw straight into it. But get your mark, bit of pressure, not too much pressure, slowly. Take your time. See what I'm doing there? Hold it square. I'm only going through the top layer, right? So now what that's done, look, that's catched all that dust. Look at that.
Little dust collection device.
That's it. A little bit of masking tape, and this is where it all drops over now.
Yeah.
But fold it in, peel that off, and there you have it. Nice and neat, little hole.
There's your hole.
And that masking tape stopped that drill bit from slipping, and then that caught all the dust as well.
Bonus.
Bob's your uncle and tile bit's your bit, sort of thing.
So we're going to put a tiny bit of mastic on the edge of the bracket, just so then we haven't got solid metal onto the tile.
Just in case when we screw the tile back,
The feet doesn't.
the bracket back.
It's got a bit of cushion for the cushion.
A little bit of cushion.
A little bit.
Bit of cushion. And bear in mind, we don't need more. We've got them out by mistake. We don't need them because we've got
All behind this is all OSB.
ply in it.
Ply, yeah.
OSB ply on it.
OSB, ply, and.
Bit of both actually.
I think it's a bit of a mix match.
I bet we used what we had.
It just takes that little bit of pushing out of there.
Right, this is probably not the right drill either. Let me take that out of there.
Yeah,
Tell you for why. That's an impact driver, and it does that.
Yeah.
Right. So you want a drill driver on that, or even a hand screwdriver, really, to be fair.
Yeah. Put it in hammer mode and go for it. No, don't put it in hammer mode.
Do not put it in hammer mode and do not go for it.
Just a nice little drill. So that's in there tightly.
Don't go mental. You can hand tighten that with a hand screwdriver, which I'm going to do, so you don't split that tile.
Right, there's one bracket on. We've got to put the other one on, and then we're going to get the shelf on.
There you go.
Right, so that we've painted them up. Now we're just banging the ends back on. Make them back to normal. And then we're going to sand this back to give it a little bit of a rustic look.
Yeah, boy. Brackets are on, look, both brackets.
Oh, some ugly geezer in the way. There we go. Brackets are on, shells are going up. Boom, there she is. She
That's
is.
not she, that's a bloke. Right. Just because you wear a towel, aren't you? Mulling hair and all that. Sam wears, you might not have seen the other video, Sam wears his bath towel around his boobies.
It's good, bruv, it's warm.
That's strange. I've never known another man to wear your towel like you guys. I see you come out of a bathroom like that. I see him on holiday. Oh, mate. Right, hopefully this fits. Because it might be tight, Tony. To your hand. Yeah. I'm not sure if I'm tall enough. That's going to be your shelf, that one. I'm going to put it on the bottom one then. Yeah. Well, you got that weight of that?
Yeah, we got to go in dead square.
Yep.
Cause look.
She's made.
You're tight.
Does it fit? Well, them brackets are made for it. Hold up.
But you're gonna have to go up at the back. Bum.
You tight?
Are you in? Look. Do you want a hammer?
Yep.
Go on.
very tight fit right there. Probably a little bit too tight for comfort, that one.
There we go.
That is precision.
Shelf done.
That looks good though, look at that. That looks sick, cuz.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it looks nice.